hope is that we all get it. Don't give in to the pain, just keep living, cause
got dreams I'm striving for. So I'm gonna live higher. I'm gonna live higher. I got dreams.
What's going on, guys? It's Toby Rosario. In today's video, I plan to reveal exactly my plan to make $150,000 in the year of 2019. Now I'm a little bit behind in my marketing. That I haven't started my marketing, but it's going to go out in about a week or two, probably within the next week. So I'll keep you guys posted. So this is exactly how I plan to make $150,000 in 2019. This was really Brent Daniels' video. You guys should go check him out. He did a good video about 90 days, what to do in the next 90 days. Really great video, breaks down what you should be doing. So this is going to be for the year, but it's all these things that I'm going to apply are going to be broken down into 90 days. I'm going to be really focusing on cramming it down to 90 days. That way it's a lot easier to correct along the way. So this is my plan to make $150,000 in 2019. So these are going to be my marketing channels. So cold calling, I've done cold calling, but I haven't done it on a scale where I'm dialing several hundred numbers a day, or several thousand. That's going to be the plan. I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. And in RVM, I've done that on a very small scale. I haven't done it in the scale that I plan to do. And then driving for dollars, okay? I've always done that, and that's a great lead source. It's free. And then this is not a marketing channel per se, but I need to get really better at following up. And also, let me add this, making a lot more offers, right? I need to get better at that. I need to really pound that this year, making a lot more offers, and get my follow-up game a lot better. So if you really wanted to, so these are the marketing channels. Cold calling, RVM, and if you don't know what RVM is, just ringless voicemail. You send a voicemail, you send a voicemail, and it goes straight to voicemail. It doesn't ring. It just goes straight to voicemail, and it looks like you actually called them and left a voicemail, but it just goes straight to voicemail. So, and then driving for dollars is always great. And like I said, I need to get better on my follow-up, and then also making offers. So the marketing plan is obviously, so the good thing with cold calling the RVM is what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to skip trace those numbers. And the good thing when you skip trace is that you have those numbers forever, right? If they're good numbers, you have those numbers, so you can keep marketing to those prospects. As opposed to direct mail, when you send direct mail, let's say you send 1,000 pieces, you're only going to get, you'll get several calls, but you never reach those other 900 people or 800 people or 950 people, right? So with this, you have that number forever, and you can keep calling them, keep following up, and you don't have to. You're not spending another boatload of money in direct mail. Does that make sense? So these are the lists that I'm going to focus on. So absentee, and the reason absentee, it's very wide, right? It's not necessarily motivated, but within that absentee list, you're going to get a lot of things are going to fall into that absentee list. You're going to get inherited properties, you're going to get tax delinquents, and then you're going to get vacant properties as well. So that's why I like to target that list. It's very broad. It's not necessarily like super distressed, but when you do mail to them, you get a bunch of things that qualify, that fall under that list. And then tax default is a great list. And then pre-foreclosure, I've never marketed to pre-foreclosure. I've done every other list except for pre-foreclosure. So I'm gonna really focus on that. And then also probates. Probates is a good list. And obviously driving for dollars, it's good, it's great. And then vacants, which falls into driving for dollars, and it can fall into the other list. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buy a list from ListSource, okay? I'm going to buy a list from ListSource. Again, you can get those 3 cents records. I made a video about that where you can get 3 cents records. So you would get that list. So pull about 10,000, right? 10,000. It's gonna be about $300, which is a phenomenal price, right? And then you get your tax default list from your county, and then you can get a pre-foreclosure from ListSource as well, or your county. And then probates, you can get that from the county, or you can buy a list at Successor's Data. this is, you can get this for free, and then you can get this for free. So what I'm going to do with all that is I'm going to stack that list, right? I'm going to stack the list. Oh, stack the list, right? This is just me going off the cuff. I didn't really plan all this. I should have had all this already written up, but so I'm going to stack the list, and then I'm going to prioritize as far as, so what stacking is basically you're going to have an absentee owner list, tax default, probate list, or pre-foreclosure, and then you're going to put it into this software. I'll have the links below, where it's going to tell you where that homeowner is showing up on multiple lists. Right? So for example, let's say you have a tax default list, and then you have an absentee list and a probate list. So you have a tax default, probate, and absentee. It's going to tell you from this list and this list and this list how many people are showing up on all three lists. So it's going to tell you, okay, John Smith is showing up on all three lists. So that's a higher level of motivation. It's a lot more distress because he inherited the property, he's in pre-foreclosure, and he's also behind on his taxes. Or he doesn't live in the property, right? So they're more likely to sell. So you're gonna stack that list, and then you're gonna skip trace that list. You're gonna skip trace all the lists, right? Depending on what your budget is, and then you're gonna prioritize, or you can just prioritize the people that show up on multiple lists, and skip trace that list, and then you're gonna call them the first. You're gonna call those people first. Okay? So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stack the list, and I'm going to prioritize as how many people show up on multiple lists, 2, 3, 4 levels of motivation. I'm going to skip trace those leads, and then I'm going to give them a call. So they're going to be a lot more motivated than someone who is an absentee owner, just an absentee owner, right? So if they have, and then also they can be vacant as well. So that software tells you if that property is vacant. So that's why that software is great. So as far as the CRM, I have Podio. Okay, there's different Podios out there. I'm not even gonna get into that. So I'm gonna have that. I'm gonna have all those leads come in my Podio, and then have some things set up where it's gonna have a good follow-up system in there, because that's what I've been lacking the last few years is my a good follow-up system. And then also ringless voicemails. There's a lot of them out there. I'm just gonna use Slide Broadcast. I've used them in the past. Pretty affordable. It's about what's pretty average as far as price. I'm gonna send over 10,000 ringless voicemails. I'm gonna send over 10,000 ringless voicemails. I'm gonna skip trace over 10,000 leads from all the lists that I get. And then also I have the link below, or you can go to my other video where I show where I'm gonna get those leads. Skip trace, and then I'm gonna do it every 90 days. So every night, so my marketing is going to be spaced out, where every week there's going to be some sort of form of marketing going out. There's going to be ringless voicemail, either 1,000 a week or 500 a week, probably 1,000 a week. So every week for the next 8 to 10 weeks, right? So there's always going to be some sort of marketing going out. And then during those weeks, I'm going to be cold calling the top priority lists, right? The people that are showing up on multiple lists, the people that are taxed, they're behind on the taxes, they're probate, they're absentee, they're vacant, or whatever is that priority. Whatever list combined has the most people that show up on multiple lists, they're going to be the first people I'm going to be calling. So that's how I'm going to, that's my plan of attack. So I'm going to cold call those people. I'm going to use an auto dialer. I haven't decided on which one. I heard about Mojo, and then I heard about another one. And I'm going to keep you guys updated as well as to which ones I'm using, so you guys can follow along. And then let me know if you guys have better recommendations. Let me know in the comments below. If this is your first time, also, if you've gotten this far to the video, give me a thumbs up. If you've gotten as far to the end of this video, don't forget to subscribe and also hit that bell notification so you get notified when my new videos are coming up. I do have a lot of videos coming up. It's just I haven't made the time to get them uploaded or to record them, but I do have a lot of great ideas. So this year, you guys are going to follow along as I plan to make that money for 2019, and you're gonna see my hiccups. You're gonna see what has worked, what hasn't worked. I'm gonna keep you guys updated, and so let me know in the comments below if this is your first time again, and also what's your marketing plan. Let me know in the comments below what's your marketing plan. That way we can kind of compare and see which one, see if I can make recommendations, or see if you guys have some good some good ideas. But that's it. So this is not like a great detailed plan, but this is pretty much what I'm going to do. I'm going to focus on cold calling, RVM, driving for dollars, and then make a lot make a lot of follow-ups, like really focus on not letting every lead fall to the crack, and then making a lot of offers. So it's just going to be cold calling and RVM. Again, that stands for ringless voicemails. These are the lists I'm going to target, and I'm going to stack those lists. And then I'm going to skip trace those lists, right? And it's going to be broken down into 90 days, 90-day increments. Every 90 days, I'm going to see where I'm at, what has worked, what hasn't worked. And that way it's a lot more attainable if you break it down and then you just reverse engineer it from there. So that's it, guys.